When you're choosing a sewing machine, you'll often see two different numbers. One machine lists 20 built-in stitches. Another highlights 90 stitch applications. They sound similar, but they are describing two very different things. And this difference has nothing to do with price tiers or whether a machine is labeled beginner or advanced. So what's the real distinction? A built-in stitch pattern is the actual stitch that the machine is physically able to sew. A stitch application, on the other hand, describes how that stitch can be used in real projects. Let's look at one simple example. A zigzag stitch is a single built-in stitch pattern, but that one stitch can be used for finishing raw edges, for sewing stretch fabrics, for applique, and for sewing on buttons. Same stitch pattern, different stitch applications. That's why these two terms should never be confused. More stitch applications don't mean the machine has more stitches inside. They simply reflect how many ways a stitch pattern may be applied. So when you're comparing sewing machines, don't focus only on the number printed on the box. Instead, look closely at the stitch patterns themselves. Understand how they're designed and whether they support the kind of projects you love to make. Creativity doesn't come from bigger numbers. It comes from knowing how to use what you have to the maximum. Even a machine with only 10 to 20 built-in stitch patterns can support dozens of sewing applications when creativity leads the way. Did this change how you see stitch numbers? If you or someone you know is still unsure how to choose the right sewing machine, share this insight with them. Understand stitches. Sew with clarity.